It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line. Cousins looking to put it up right away. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a throw here to his running back. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. On play action, Cousins. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Jets 0. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, take 26.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 13 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Finding Williams once more, complete. Down the right sideline, Mike Williams, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. Mike Williams, 58 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, so we're always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 9.
Cousins now. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running around toward them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Arnold Ebiketie, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Rodgers now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd and 8.
A gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Cat 300, cat 300, back north.
Now Rodgers. That's into the hands of Chosen. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Jets had 8-3 now. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Inside.
And again, it's Rodgers. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him the 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And the Falcons first down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hey, we're good.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Don't. Hey, take 26. Tally. Don't let tally.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Get
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now it's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides. Moving now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Second down and 6 now.
Get 300. Get back north.
Rodgers going to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hardman to return. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's got this to Williams, complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Big loss on the play.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And complete to Drake London. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter, a fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them.
Touchdown, Falcons! Rondale Moore from 21 yards away. And the Falcons take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Go to 50. Hey, take 26. 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers. That ball caught. It's chosen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
1st down. Here's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now, meanwhile, a
pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Touchdown, Jets! Mecole Hardman from 3 yards out.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Forced out to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Throwing, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, Cousins.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cousins now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 13.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Chosen. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Outright caught by Chosen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, take 26. Look at you.
Now Rodgers. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nicole Hardman, 33 yards. And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Falcons 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare.
This 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's got this down to the 35. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Rodgers now to throw. Now he's into the clear again. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Play fake. Cousins. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Give to Hall running right. Down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Down the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down.
Take 30. Back north. Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. There he goes again, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A second down throw for Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
And they take a knee. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Hey, 88. Over 50. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers looking to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. Now he's loose again. McCole Hardman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the gun, here's Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Cousins from the gun on third. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 16 at the 45-yard line.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Second and 16. Cousins now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.